Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, Congress, Taylor's version.
It's a nightmare dressed like a daydream.
Bad blood on Capitol Hill as Ticketmaster faces scrutiny over the botched sales of Taylor Swift's concert tickets. We'll tell you what the company says went wrong and what is next for ticket sales. Plus,
86, and I am a weightlifter.
We'll introduce you to the inspiring local man who proves it's never too late to build up your strength. And
I think it's over.
we're chatting with the stars of the new Fear movie.
dogs are supposed to be man's best friend, but this dog might be an exception. Why the workers at the animal shelter say this dog is a total jerk.
Then Oink Ramen stops by to cook up some of their signature dishes.
Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds.
Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We're so excited to have you. As always, I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Maria Garcia. And today it's National Opposite Day. Maybe we should have said the opposite name.
Oh my gosh, we should have done that.
We
missed
missed it.
opportunity.
But we could still have breakfast for dinner tonight. Is that something you're into?
I actually did that last night, and I still felt so rebellious doing it. You know, I was like, I'm an adult. I can have breakfast for dinner. Sometimes it's what you have around in your leftovers,
It's
and you do
fast.
it. Yeah,
It's good.
It's fast.
Yeah.
It's easy. Who doesn't love it?
A waffle anytime. I'm game.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we've got to talk about this. So senators demanded answers as to why millions of people in the general public could not buy Taylor Swift tickets. And they questioned whether the company was too dominant in the industry.
So the Live Nation president and CFO said the website was hit with 3 times the normal amount of bots, and it was bogging down the process. Senators also proposing possible actions like breaking up the merger of Ticketmaster and Live Nation and requiring more transparency about those ticket fees. Hello. Of course, with the cameras rolling, some senators could not help, oh my goodness, get ready for some cringe, to break out the Taylor Swift puns.
Ticketmaster ought to look in the mirror and say,
It's me.
I'm the problem. It's me.
You have to have competition. You can't have too much consolidation, something that unfortunately for this country, as a ode to Taylor Swift, I will say we know all too well.
To be honest, I had hoped, as of a few months ago, to get the gavel back. But once again, she's cheer captain, and I'm on the bleachers. So nice of Taylor Swift to have written a song about this very situation.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I know they have staffers. I feel like the staffers wrote the jokes, but I wonder if they got together to agree that each particular senator would get a joke. I felt like they were waiting for their
You're right, because I bet some of them would have used the same lines, especially, hi, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me. I bet that would have happened. Maybe they did all coordinate. Maybe this is what's gonna unite the left, the right, everybody in between. It's Taylor Swift here. I've never loved politics so much. This was hilarious watching all of these go down yesterday. It reminded me of an SNL skit.
Oh my gosh, it did.
Right?
But it's real life.
It's real life. I bet SNL will have a field day with it this weekend. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out.
So people are confused over new leggings on the market. They are bare bottom exposed gym leggings.
Hello,
there. From actress Kate Hudson. They're from the Fabletics brand that she co-founded. And we can't even tell you the name of the leggings because it's very not safe for TV. And we can't even show you half the promotional pictures because the backside has no fabric on it. So some people are confused as to why you'd have leggings that no one can wear in public. Other people speculating maybe they're for pole dancing fitness classes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes, I've heard that if you're wearing leggings, it could be too slippery if you're into pole dancing for your workout.
For your workout,
or
of course.
for whatever you want to use that for.
Occupation, whatever it is.
I feel like it's just a talker. They can't possibly be I guess there's some of them. I don't know.
It's always hard to decipher. Is this a real thing or are they doing it for attention and to go viral, right?
Yeah.
Well, this reminded me of that moment in Mean Girls when the shirt was cut. You know what I'm talking about here? That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, Regina.
Regina George. I can't say I would buy these leggings, but Go for it, I guess, if you're into that.
If you're into it, get them, girl. But they aren't for me either.
Yeah, and
so.
also you're probably considering that your butt is exposed. You're not going to want to ride any public transit while you're wearing them.
Oh, girl, no. Well, guess what? Concerns are growing about a new artificial intelligence tool. This one's called ChatGPT. It is an AI chatbot, and it can actually write your emails, some essays, songs, stories, even some jokes, okay? So it was released to the general public last year, but educators are worried that it could actually be used by students to cheat on some writing assignments. Makes sense. In fact, according to one professor, ChatGPT actually passed an exam at the University of Pennsylvania, Wharton Business School, and it even passed a law school exam. It actually scored a C+, so it's not like the best student on the block here.
But that's passing.
It is passing. It is passing. It was near the bottom of the class, however. And I feel like this is a perfect example of like somebody creating technology that could be super helpful in some respects, but people immediately, obviously, taking advantage of it. I mean, I see people using it to do their work for them.
For sure. I kind of hope, though, that it'll push like professors and teachers to be a little bit more creative with their assignments, because how many essays did you have to write where it was just like, oh, I don't want to recap this. Maybe when you were in high school, you pulled up Spark Notes. I remember when I did that and I was like, I'm so naughty for using Spark Notes. Now kids can get the whole essay written for them.
That's wild.
That is wild. The thing that I think it's going to be really, really awesome for is cover letters, because everybody
I hate a cover letter.
Everybody hates cover letters, and you still have to do them when you apply for jobs. And a lot of times when you look at that job posting, it is a cut and paste job description. So they're doing it, they're phoning it in when they're posting it, and then you have to write this weird fan fiction saying, oh, I love you so much, here's everything I've done and why I'm worthy. Give it to the robot. Let the robots handle that. I mean, I think that's like a really good
I guess we'll see how it ends up going, because it's super problematic. But generally, I mean, you saw this with the AI art, which was going viral on social media there for a while. And I feel like it takes away jobs, right? People complain because they use an algorithm where they take real work that was written by people and then sort of develop it into something else. So I wonder if, especially for like comedians or creatives, this is going to start causing a real problem. This is how we lose jobs, people. But I guess we'll have to see. There's no going back. We're going to have to figure out if it's going to really work out in the end.
I've been trying to use it, and every time I get on there, it says, oh, we're overloaded right now. Come back later. So I put in my email. I'm hoping to like try it out soon because it's so interesting, but kind of scary too, because you just think, what is this going to evolve to next? Let's talk about this trend that is dividing the internet. So I don't know if you've heard of this, birthing makeup.
Yeah, I've heard that.
This is wild. So it's the growing interest by women on social media to get all dolled up to give birth. Some women are going as far as installing extensions in their hair and getting fake tans before going into labor. And if you look for hashtags for birthing makeup and labor makeup, they're racking in millions of views. Some say the rising trend makes sense, but other people say it places unrealistic beauty standards.
I support birthing makeup. I mean, I get the point that they're trying to make, that it unrealistic beauty standards. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I got eyelash extensions when I gave birth to my son. I had a fresh dye job and I got fresh nails done. I wasn't like fully made up, but it was this really beautiful moment where I was exhausted anyway. I was bloated anyway. And if I could do any tiny little thing so I could look back on those pictures and feel just a little bit good about myself, I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna have any shame about it. And I don't think you should either, if you want to do it, if you can afford to do it. But if you can't, there's also no shame in just being unapologetically you and enjoying the moment for what it is.
Right, because you're basically running a marathon or doing one of the most physically taxing things ever. Like, I guess I support it if it's what makes you happy and if it's what you want. And I did see some videos on TikTok when I was researching this where girls were already just basically killing time when they were giving.
Well, they were in labor.
In labor.
Yes.
I'm like, giving labor? That sounded weird to me. While they were in labor, they were just killing time because you have a lot of waiting, right?
Yeah, there's some waiting.
So I get, entertaining yourself however you like, but I just don't want anybody to feel pressure like, oh, all these husbands are seeing all these wives do it, or, your friends are doing it, and so you feel like you have to be glammed up, because if I was going in to give birth, I would probably look like the roughest ever, because I know I'm not going to sleep. It's going to be many, many hours of doing something very physically taxing.
And that's why why I made that choice of having like some particular things that I thought could stand the sweating, the crying, the like rolling around when you're in. I mean, it's you all know it's a tough time all around. But if you can do what you can do and feel good, I think that's great. But I always say, you know, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
So you don't want to be like staring at what other people are doing. And if you're worried that your husband is looking at how some other woman looks after she gave labor, like that's super problematic to me. Like I think maybe you need to work on some stuff if that's what's really bringing you down.
Yeah, do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only do it if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, a French bulldog will soon be up for adoption in upstate New York, and he has gone viral.
Okay, this is a wild one. This is Ralphie right here, looking all cute, but apparently actually a terror. New York City shelter described him as being a fire-breathing demon. I did not think I could possibly have read that right. That's right, a fire-breathing demon and a jerk, despite being just 26 little pounds, saying that he has been returned twice for behavioral issues. Oh man, Ralphie, get it together. It seems that he needs to learn some manners, like not to use people's ankles as chew toys. Imagine that. But despite all of that, the shelter promises that they are going to provide any brave new owners the tools for training so that Ralphie can get his life together and have a new home. The listing ends with, quote, he is 100% a full jerk, but we believe that he has the potential to be a good boy, if only for a percentage of the time. Ralphie.
I appreciate how brutally honest this was. He's so cute, though.
I know.
And I could see this description as like getting someone who really wants a dog with a lot of personality.
I will say, though, and these often go viral. I mean, look at that little face. Oh, my gosh. But this is tiny dog privilege is what I'm going to call it. Because if a big dog was acting like that, it would be a little bit of a harder sell.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're feeling brave and you want to help a dog out, especially if all they need is a little education, why not?
Yeah, sweet Ralphie. Okay, still ahead, we're taking a look at what is popping off in the world of celebrity news with our TMZ correspondent, including Paris Hilton becoming a mom and an update on Jeremy Renner's snowplow accident. Find out who saved that day.
But first, let's check in with our buddy Bill. Bill, what do you have for us today?
Well, we have a great show coming through the great city. Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Times of the Temptations is coming to the Paramount Theater from January 24th to February 5th. Ain't Too Proud is the electrifying new smash hit Broadway musical that follows the Temptations' extraordinary journey from the streets of Detroit to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Nominated for 12 Tony Awards and the winner of the 2019 Tony Award for Best Choreography, Ain't Too Proud tells the thrilling story of brotherhood, family, loyalty, and betrayal as the group's personal and political conflicts threaten to tear them apart during a decade of civil unrest in America. See the incredible show while it's here in Seattle at the Paramount Theater for just 2 weeks by visiting stgpresents.org. Now, back to the show.
How about that? I
That was
loved
fun.
it. And it's time to take a look at what's popping in celebrity news.
Yeah, for that we're bringing in Michael Babcock from TMZ. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Good morning, guys. I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for being here with us. So actor Jeremy Renner now out of the hospital after just a horrible snowplow accident. And we're getting some details about what happened, how he was a hero. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, look, I think that's been the question with this whole Jeremy Renner incident. What exactly happened? We know that he was run over by this massive piece of machinery, this snowcat, which actually has like a track like a tank, and it rolled over him, and it broke more than 30 bones in his body. Oof. He lost a tremendous amount of blood. I mean, I think it's no exaggeration to say that Jeremy Renner is lucky that he didn't actually die out in, laying in the grass on the snow while he waited for help. But now we're finally learning a little bit about what went wrong and how he wound up underneath that machine. So Jeremy had been at his house in Nevada, and they just got a bunch of snow, and he had some family over because it was around the holidays. Well, he was helping his nephew tow his car out of the snow. Police believe, and this is from the people that we've spoken with, that something may have actually malfunctioned on this big snowcat machine. and it started rolling. Now, Jeremy, in an effort to try and save his nephew from being hit by the machine, tried to jump into the cab. But in order to jump into the cab, he had to actually step on the track. And it seems like, at least from, and police are trying to put this together now, but it seems like he may have, for lack of a better term, sort of been dragged or sucked around and underneath the track when it broke 30 plus bones, rolled over his leg, rolled over his chest, collapsed his chest, caused blunt trauma to his chest, and again, it made him lose a whole lot of blood. So he was a hero. I mean, he was trying to save his nephew from getting hurt, and obviously found himself in a situation where he's fighting for his own life.
Definitely such a hero, and I'm so glad that he's okay after all of that. My goodness.
Yeah, he's already home.
In happier news, Paris Hilton just welcomed her first baby. We saw this photo of her little one's hand on social media. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, it was adorable. You know, she's been really trying to get pregnant. Her and her husband, Carter Ream, they were married in 2021, and since they've been trying to have a baby, and they weren't having any luck. Paris and her family had openly talked about the struggle and, you know, just how bad they wanted a baby. Well, now they have one. Paris didn't carry the baby. It's unclear if she used a surrogate or if they adopted. We know because she was just performing on New Year's Eve, and she was very much not pregnant then, so certainly did not have a baby in between now and then. But she posts on her Instagram holding the baby's hand, and just was, you know, the caption something to the effect of how loved the baby is already, and just an incredibly happy moment for Paris Hilton, who we've watched grow up. You know, it's sort of come all full circle now, and at 41, she has her own little baby.
Yeah. She does. Now she knows what sliving is all about, right?
Right.
Michael, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, coming up, a chat with the stars of the new movie Fear, in theaters on Friday.
Yeah, we're going to hear all about what it was like to shoot a horror movie in the middle of the pandemic. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all over.
Everybody lost their minds over this virus.
Think I'm infected, huh? I'm not dumb. And Michael coming up here trying to figure me out.
He's paranoid. We're paranoid. And everybody thinks they're a doctor all of a sudden. Hell, I think maybe we all have it.
That is a clip from the new mind-bending horror movie Fear. It follows a group of friends who get together for a weekend getaway at a historic hotel, and it turns into terror when each guest is forced to face their worst fear. Joining me today, director Dion Taylor, as well as actor Joseph Sikora and rapper turned actor T.I. Hi guys, how you doing today?
Hey, cousin, how you doing?
So good, so good. This film looks terrifying. I want to know, what was it about this concept of people facing their fears that made you think, I have to make and star in this film?
Well, we wanted to, obviously we wanted to tap into the horror space, but more importantly, I think what makes this movie completely different is it deals with the subconsciousness. The movie is about facing your scariest or most, craziest, terrifying fear, but at the same time, the movie deals with a lot of self-reflection, and that makes for a really, really good horror film. In other words, it's cool for you to lie to other people and tell them what your fake fear, but they end up going to this place that actually reveals what their real fears are, and you have to face it. And it's a very cool film, but more importantly, it's a really, really good message towards the end of the movie that we're really excited about. But you will jump, scream, yell, say why T.I. got me, you put your eyes like that, you do it all. It's just a fun movie to go see.
I'm so stoked to check it out. I always wonder this with scary movies. What's the vibe like behind the scenes on set? Like, was everyone joking between takes, or was it pretty intense?
What are you talking about? Look at these dudes, man. This is T.I. This is Grammy Award-winning songwriter, actor, artist. This Joseph Sikora. Are you crazy? Like, it was nuts. Look, in between takes, it was very good. We had a blast, but whenever you could get these types of personalities together, with their energy and their charisma, it's always going to be just infectious and fun. This movie was a little bit different because we were shooting during the pandemic, so we were all really dealing with, you know, what was going on outside of our world, but at the same time, it was great to be in a world with these two because they're just absolutely dynamic on and off the camera.
And we also found ourselves like laughing and having a good time between takes and all that, but then also kind of stepping back and being like, were we just too close to each other? We didn't know what was going on with this pandemic. So some of that real fear that was happening for us at the height of the pandemic is captured on film. And in an interesting way, it's kind of it's documenting that time in history in a way that I don't think any other movie has done, and I don't think that they can do again. It's something that can't be replicated.
For sure, yeah, you shot this at a very weird point in the world. Go ahead, T.I.
I was saying, I think it was just great, you know what I'm saying, to actually get out at a time where everybody else was sheltering in place, and we got a chance to be around people and actually get out in the mountainous environment and bareface some air. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I know everyone's probably asking you guys, what is your biggest fear? But I want to actually know what's something most people fear that each of you don't.
That's interesting.
I would have said public speaking, but I ended up getting stage fright from a play that I was in where I was kind of berated by the director right before I was supposed to do a 15-minute monologue. So so that would be something, but I got it back. You know, it took me 10 years, but I finally got it back. So I think that sometimes when people are afraid of speaking in public, I don't have that fear.
I would say mine is I don't have a fear of taking a chance. And that's how we were able to make this movie. We made this movie when the whole world was shut down, and they said we can't make a film, and we actually put this together to make arguably one of the coolest horror movies of the year. So taking a chance would be mine.
He also don't have a fear in lying. You know, he's not afraid to lie. He will lie to you to get you to a haunted lodge and not tell you that this place is actually haunted with spirits and ghosts until you get there, you know, and close you in a room by yourself and film your reaction. You hear me? You don't have no fear. He ain't scared to do that at all. Mine, I would say, most people have a fear of speaking their mind, articulate, like telling people how they feel for real. And I don't have no problem telling people how I feel, and I ain't scared. And I'm not afraid to be myself in public, on camera, off camera. I'm just, you know, this is the only me I know how to be, and I ain't never been scared of that.
100%, and that's what makes people love you so much. Thank you all so much for chatting with us today. Okay, coming up, Driver on the Street joins us with the dose of motivation as he introduces us to a Seattle man who says it's never too late to start increasing your strength. And later on, the owner of Oink stops by to show us how to make their incredible ramen. We'll be right back.
Take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. I wanna see you smile. Take you another mile. Don't gotta wait.
Hey, it is time for one of our favorite segments, Driver on the Street.
So this is where photojournalist Michael Driver introduces us to some inspiring people in the region, and he is here with us today. Hey, Michael.
What's up, crew?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Rocking the red, rocking the blue. It looks good.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I want to drop a little motivation on you today. So I met a Seattle man. His name is KO, and he's just one of those people that, you know, just believes age is just a number. Yeah. And he wants to teach people that feel like, you know, it's too late to get strong, to get fit, that that's not the case. That all you have to do is just really remind yourself that, yes, you can.
I concentrate in strength. I don't do bodybuilding anymore. I do only exercises for strength. Because I cannot impress young ladies at the beach anymore, you know, at my age. My name is Keo Capestani, 86, and I am a weightlifter. All people need strength. And the only way to get strength is here. This is the most powerful medicine without side effects. It's not only that I'm 86, that I had a lot of problems. 2013, I had a very aggressive prostate cancer. They gave me a medicine called Lupron that eliminates all your testosterone. I am supposed to have between 26 and 96. I have 8. And the doctor said, no, your testosterone will come back. I never had. I lost a lot of muscle mass and a lot of strength. I am supposed to be no strength, but I don't pay attention to that, and I'll do my thing. 5-5-5. 5 sets, 5 repetitions, then 5 minutes between sets. First of all, I do with the completely empty bar. I love to want to convince all people what it says there. Si se puede, si se puede, si se puede. Yes, you can. A year ago, I could do 77. Now I do 177. Living a better life. Whatever lifespan you have, it's going to be better. If you are healthy and strong, it's the best medicine that you can think of. The important thing, setting a goal. And I said, 250 pounds deadlift on my birthday in September. I'm a common man, I'm an ordinary man. Whatever I do, anybody can do. A healthy aging is a strong aging. You have to be strong. Sí, se puede. Yes, you can.
Sí, se puede.
Absolutely.
Just say it.
Sí se puede, baby. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Doesn't it just make you feel like you could do anything right now?
You know, I think that when you are facing all this adversity, just like he was, it could be so easy to give up, but this is a reason not to do it.
I like, too, how you captured him saying, working out is the best medicine with no side effects.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yes,
just natural.
yes.
It just help you. One thing you might have noticed in the piece and some of the shots was he was on a website, some pictures and video. That's because he's a sponsored athlete for Senior Planet with AARP. And what they do is they kind of bring seniors together and they allow them to kind of network, learn about fitness, learn new skills. And it's a platform for him to be able to show everybody his fitness journey and give tips and tricks on how to work out. And he says being part of this program has even been an extra motivator for him to keep pushing forward and continue to get stronger.
I love that. Good find as always.
Yeah.
I love your stories.
Well, thank you.
He's always bringing us good stuff.
I know,
here.
good stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Michael Driver, thank you so much. And you can check out all of his stories, of course, on our website. That is fox13seattle.com. Coming up, we are taking a look at what is trending on TikTok with our social media expert.
Yeah, we're going to put our skills to the test with a viral storytelling game. See how we do. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile. I wanna see you smile. Take you another.
It is time for TikTok, where we talk about what people are talking about on TikTok. Did you get that?
I got it. Tongue twister, my favorite one. For that, we are bringing in our social media expert, Justine Baker. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hi.
All right, so you have some fun game that's going on TikTok right now. Tell me about it.
Yep, so the game, basically, you're telling a story, and the next letter is what you start the sentence in. So it's 26 sentences, and then you just tell the story with those letters.
Letters of the alphabet.
Yep, I've got a video to show an example.
Adam got a new girl.
Bro, who's Adam?
Can't you ever just remember people we meet?
Don't think I've ever met an Adam.
Every time we meet Adam, you say this.
Oh, like funny Adam? Funny Adam. That Adam?
Gosh, yes. Remember this time.
How did I forget funny Adam?
I don't know.
I'm nervous. Okay.
That's Jake Miller. I've interviewed him before.
Yeah?
He's great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know their whole relationship story from TikTok. They got together.
Oh, there you
we
go.
don't need to talk about that now. But yeah, very cute. Very cute.
Okay, so we're gonna see if we can do it.
Okay, let's
you
do
guys
it.
ready?
Okay.
Yeah. Will you start us?
Okay, go.
Okay. Ooh. Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay.
Clockwise.
About time we hung out.
Cuckoo. It's been so long, right?
Dang, let's do it again soon.
Every Friday I'm open.
Fridays are good for me.
Great, let's do it.
How about next week?
I think I can do next week.
Just kidding, I'm busy.
Katrina might be available.
Loser.
Mary could be available.
No, I don't want to hang out with her.
Oh, well, what do you say we go pet some cute animals? Either way.
Petting cute animals sounds great. Let's do it.
Quality time is fantastic. My producer did not get in my ear.
Rough times lead to quality time. You feel me?
Same.
Today's been a great day.
Underwhelming, it was not.
Very much so. It was very much not.
Whatever, guys.
I was like, what's the next letter? Extra fun. Extra.
Okay.
You got it, Carly. Good job.
Zebras are awesome.
Yes! I did not think we'd make it.
Right.
I don't know if that was painful to watch, but it was really fun to do. I feel like I'm a little kid in a car ride.
Yeah, I think it'd be like a great game to play with your kids.
I do love that. But for the record, just so we don't come off like a bunch of liars, the alphabet letters were on the prompter because I don't think I could have actually remembered that.
That was actually the hardest part. When you were talking, I was trying to think about what the next letter was. Oh my gosh, Justine, thank you so much for coming in and making us cool with your TikTok.
I'm happy to be here.
All right, awesome. Well, we do want to see you at home try this ridiculous game. Grab a friend, grab your kids, try it out. Send us a video on social media, Studio 13 on Fox. Coming up, is tipping getting out of control?
Yep, next we're going to talk about gratuity guilt and hear all of your thoughts. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. So frustration is growing across the country over tipping culture. Customers and experts are saying that new digital screens prompt all customers to leave a gratuity even when some transactions haven't traditionally required it.
This is my personal hot topic, okay? Some customers have said that with the addition of inflation costs skyrocketing as well, it's just another layer of frustration because they're paying more for their products, they're paying more for tipping than ever, and people say that they just hate feeling so pressured to do it. So let's see what one etiquette expert has to say.
It's difficult when you're staring at an LCD screen with 3 giant percentages and then a red no tip at the bottom to select that no tip, particularly when you know the server who's just handed you your food is going to be looking at the screen seconds after you push that no tip button, not to mention the line of 5 people behind you who are also looking at what you tip. It's very difficult to feel like the Scrooge.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely. Especially when it starts at 20%. Like that's the absolute bare minimum and then goes up to like 30%.
What?
Or something
Where are
like
you
that.
hanging out?
I don't know. Sometimes it's like 20, 25, and 30%. And you're
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Can I do a custom tip? Like if I'm just getting a latte or something?
Wow.
Yeah. I always think too, the person who flips the screen around probably knows where all the numbers are, and I get so in my head about it. When I'm
Yeah,
like,
same,
tipping it.
absolutely. Well, let's see what you at home had to say.
All right, so Lakeview says, also the automatic 20% service fees restaurants are charging. The service fee is added after tax, which ups the amount, essentially a cover charge just to eat in a restaurant, and they want gratuity on top of that. I mean, definitely you need to pay gratuity if you're going to a restaurant, but I've noticed that too. Sometimes they'll add the gratuity automatically.
All right.
So you gotta check.
Up next, we have, I bought a used car, had the hood clear coated for rock chip prevention, cost $1,100. When I paid, it prompted me a 25% tip minimum, over $250 tip, excessive for sure. Ooh.
That seems like wishful thinking.
Get
'cause
outta
that's like
here.
not something you would typically tip on,
No,
right?
I don't think so.
Carlos says, I tip whenever I get quality service and am treated respectfully. But my only concern with businesses automatically doing this is they are paying low wages and making workers rely on mandatory tipping. That's a really good point.
It is. Edward here says maybe those businesses should just pay their employees a proper wage. That's true.
I hear that. Waffle Pocket, left the name, says you can just not tip. No need for making a martyr of yourself in the process. I'm sure the employee will manage without your $1 somehow.
Well, $1, come on. Yeah. And then Mimia here says, I went to a cafe, had to walk up to the counter to get my own coffee, take dirty dishes to the bin, minimum forced tip of 25%. For what? I mean, I feel like a lot of people have similar feelings here. My own little act, like I will tell anyone who will hear me how messed up this is, but I gotta be honest, when I'm prompted, I have a really hard time not tipping, but my own teeny tiny people pleaser act of rebellion was hitting 10% tip on an establishment that it was a restaurant, but like I did everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. If you do something for me, especially if you do it with a smile or you bring the food to my table or something like that, no problem, definitely will tip you. But there is a peer pressure aspect to it where I usually do it just anyways, even if I'm doing everything, but it does, I don't know. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love the like pressure all the time when they're flipping the screen around. Because you gotta think really fast too. And you know what I do wish? I wish that you could tip after the service like you would if you were sitting down in a restaurant. But a lot of the time, you know, you have to do it when you're paying up front if it's counter service.
Yeah, so for a while there, I was working on some stories that involved like DoorDash drivers or Uber Eats drivers. And there were a lot of complaints from people saying that exact thing, that these drivers, these delivery people were not delivering food to their homes. But here's the thing, the majority of these people were not tipping, right? So a lot of these drivers, you'll often tip them ahead of time when you're ordering food. I know if you've used these services, you've seen this. And I do that too. Like I know what they're making isn't 100% great, so you try your best to help. But it's also the employee's perspective, right? Like if you're a driver and people aren't paying you, then why would you, or tipping you, why would you give them food?
Yeah.
However, I've heard customers say, well, I would have tipped them in cash, but I don't know that I would trust that either. Like,
I do that sometimes.
You
though.
do?
Like I always try to tip in cash if I have cash because you know that it goes straight to them and they're not getting, you know, charged and taxed on top of that. So I don't know. It is a bummer though when you're ordering food that you have to tip in advance because you think, I don't know how fast I'm getting this food. I don't know if the person's going to actually come to my door or just leave it outside the building. All of those things. So yeah, I don't know. I'm
Very
down
tricky.
to tip. I just wish you could get the service first before tipping.
I'm down to tip. Yeah. And I will tip well every time if it is a service where you tip, but like at the body shop, get out of town.
No way. Forget it. They're just hoping someone just automatically pushes that 20%,
I think
right?
so, just without thinking.
Yeah. Okay, coming up, it is the best part of the day. We're gonna grub down on some delicious local food.
Yes, we are learning to make some ramen with the owner of Oink.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile.
Hey, it is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing restaurants in our area.
And we are joined today, we are so excited, it smells so good in here, by Chong Boon Oi and Tyler Dale here with Oink Ramen. Hello, guys.
Hello. How's it going?
We love noodles here. I don't know if you knew this, but we're very excited to have you today. And tell us where your locations are.
So we have a shop in Capitol Hill and also in Fremont.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
You're in good company. So many good restaurants in those areas.
We try.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the restaurant and what your goals are.
So we pretty much just do who we are as a small business owner. So we make our noodle ourselves. The water also comes from artisanal wall. The meats, the bamboo shoots, tare. Pretty much the bones from the soup also from the Washington pure country pork.
Oh, wonderful.
So the bone is cooked from that farm. It's like in Yakima. So yeah, pretty much everything we do in here is from ourselves.
I feel like when it comes from a local place, it always just tastes that much better too. You know.
does.
What are we making today?
So we're gonna make one malakotari and one miso, vegetarian miso.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
Let's do this.
All right.
These noodles look so fresh.
Yeah.
And these you said you make in-house, right?
Yeah, we make this noodle. It's different blends of flours. We have like chestnuts, and then chestnut flour, regular flour, and then pizza flours. It's mixed everything together. Huh?
How spicy?
Oh, how spicy do you want?
Mild.
Level one.
Yeah,
Can
telling
do.
us during our break if we wanted it really spicy, we might cry, but we got TV makeup on, y'all. We can't be doing that.
Yep. I know you all also kind of had to adapt during the pandemic. Talk to us a little bit about what happened and what you all did.
So during pandemic, we end up doing like a cooking kit. You know, from the restaurant. Just do it. Miso ready? Yeah. From the restaurant, and then we just doing like cooking kits at home that you can cook ramens at home. You just heat it up.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's what we've been doing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I love seeing this process. It's like beautiful, perfect for the weather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this restaurant is owned by a husband and wife couple. Talk to me a little bit about that. I know you guys are busy.
Yeah,
But can
we're
you
cooking.
chat about the ownership?
The ownership, so I just cooking. Wife is take care about all the financial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Is it
And-
hard working together?
I think you just respect each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we do.
Yeah.
I think that's all it matter.
Can I ask you about this tool you're using? Because it looks like giant chopsticks. I've never
Yeah,
used this in
it's
the kitchen before.
it's a metal chopstick that we use because it's the most easy to.
That's so
Yeah.
smart.
Now, something that I love is that we're making two different options, one of them vegetarian. So do you guys get just like a whole different kind of people that come and are asking for just like different dishes? Do you have a big request for vegetarian dishes?
Yes, we do. It's a lot of people that don't eat pork, don't eat, so they will eat vegetarian miso. We have spicy or non-spicy. And then also, we also have Shanghai shoyu, which is non-pork, but tare is the ones that make the flavor of the bowl.
Right. And I don't know, do we have the handheld here? It's just so beautiful in the bowl, and I want our viewers to get to see that. And you guys are working, I mean, it's like a line. You know exactly what it's supposed to look like. Talk to me about the way you display. Oh, and we have it here. Beautiful.
So this is 2 pieces of char siu. This is bamboo shoot. After we wash them in salt for 2 days, and we slowly cook them for around 3 hours. So that's how we cook it with our own soy sauce. This is the egg called aji tamago. We marinate them in 36 hours.
36 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then that's the base. So what is on top is a black garlic oil. And then in here is a spicy, is a miso.
So pretty.
Here is a tofu skin. Like after, like a milk, after it dry, it will have a skin. So this is made by tofu. On top of this is like bok choy. But we have a sesame dressing. So when you eat this, you try this first. Eat this as a salad.
Oh, okay.
So there is a wooded mushroom.
The bok choy with the dressing, eat that
Yeah,
first?
eat that first.
I'm glad you said that because I would have just mixed it right now.
And then this is corn butter.
Ooh, corn
So
butter.
after you keep eating, the soup's gonna be more creamy and corn flavor. So don't mix it. I think you will enjoy it better.
So you're saying something that I'm just really interested in here because I've had ramen before, but I don't know much about it. So I usually just mix everything. Like in this particular dish right here with the meat in it, would I eat everything separately?
I think how to say, you can taste. Because in the beginning you taste is completely different than after you mix it. But this vegetarian, if you don't make a little bit more excited, I think it's a little bit boring. It's not exciting.
You don't like
that's
try
why
the pieces?
that's why it's normal just ramen shop just have like just blanched vegetable. But for us, because we put dressing, so you should enjoy that first.
Okay.
Right?
Oh my
And I like corn and butter, so that's why I put corn butter. And it doesn't make by corn and butter. That's it. It's two things mixed together.
So you guys obviously work with this all the time. What is your favorite bowl?
My favorite bowl has to be the Moloko Terry.
Right here?
That's why it's our number one seller.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. What about you?
Moloko Terry level 4.
Yeah, level 4.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a wild man right
so
here.
So this is a Pacific chili. This is grown in North Carolina from a good friend of my family grow it.
Okay, so these are the chilies. I've been warned just a little bit.
This already have inside.
Oh, it does. Okay, and this.
This
what
is the miso chili that we put it in there. Okay. Yeah. This one have peanuts inside. Peanuts. Yeah.
Okay, I love a bamboo shoot too. Now, how come the eggs take so long to make? Do you do something special to them?
So we boil them in 6 minutes, 45 seconds, and then we marinate them.
Oh my gosh.
Into the sauce.
Yeah. So that's a level 1 spice?
We were warned. I feel like you can see a little shiny, but it is good. Now, obviously, you can eat delicious food like this anytime, but do you guys get busier during the winter months when it's chilly?
I think when the weather is getting a little bit wet, I think we're getting busy and busy.
I believe it. All right, one more time. If people want to try this delicious food, which we will be slurping up, once we're off air, guys, we're ladies, okay? Where can they find you?
In Capitol Hill, above QFC, and then Fremont location is on Stoneway.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, both of
Thank
you,
you.
for coming
Thank
in
you.
today. This is
Thank you.
fantastic. Just the right amount of kick in there, too. And we've also gone ahead and posted a link to Oink Ramen on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. You can get all the good info there. And be sure to go visit them. These are great locations and great ramen.
Go out there, make it a great day.
Oh, yeah.